노래를 부를 수 있을까 하면서 요즘은 그냥 계속 그것만
That's like Superman being like, how could I get more super? It just can't. Good day, Army. My name is Comedian. Your name is Emma. And there's about a 0.1% chance you just got really freaked out. The other 99% of you are like, what just happened? Oh, aren't I a riot? Anyway, regardless of what your name is, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Thanks for stopping in and for stopping back. If you're here because you saw part 1 of my reaction to Who is BTS, then fear not. This is indeed part 2. I'm wacky and I'm crazy, but I resisted the urge to skip straight to part 3. There's not going to be a part 3. So yeah, I'm about 0.001% into my BTS journey. In fact, I think at the rate at which BTS content is released and at the rate at which I release videos, I think the percent is actually shrinking each day, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to keep shoveling, you know, the giant deluge of content with a tiny hand trowel. I'm going to keep going just for you guys and because, you know, it's actually really fun. And yes, you know, verbal diarrhea, all the stuff I normally get up to on videos, but the headline is that I'm back. I'm back again. It's part 2. I watched half the video, I reacted to it, and I promised you guys I would react to the other half. And, you know, this morning I woke up and I was like, you know what? Screw those guys. But then I had a sudden change of heart. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Now, in last week's video, earlier this week, I learnt about the first 3 members of BTS, the rappers, the rap line, which is... Oh no, it's already so embarrassing. If you're new to this somehow, which you shouldn't be, you should go and watch the first video. But if you are new to this and you've decided to start from part 2, then, you know, congratulations, you're as strange as I am. And I want you to know that I have ADHD and I have the memory of a small mountain goat. So yeah, don't hate me if I get this wrong, but I know that RM is one of the rappers. Sugar, or August D, is one of the other rappers. And the third one is... J-Hope? He question mark? Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I tried, I promise. Anyway, I don't really think there's any need to like keep talking about this when part 2 really should start at the beginning. Part 2 should really start where I left off. Like, imagine if you put in Lord of the Rings Extended Edition and then you took out, you know, Blu-ray 1 because that's how it works, and then you put in Blu-ray 2, and then rather than the movie resuming again, you just had Peter Jackson's weird, like, hairy mug just sat there telling you about his day. Like, no, that's not what you want. So yeah, I'm going to stop. But, you know, before I stop, blah, 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 subscribe, like, blah, 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 have a comment, notification, bell, that stuff. You know what the drill is. It's YouTube. It's hateful. Okay, that's done. And right before we get back into the reaction, I just want to thank people who suggested I do part 2. So I want to thank me. I was the person who suggested I do part 2 back in the first video. Check the tape. All right, let's do this. Jimin. Park Jimin. I'm guessing that's his full name. Although Park Jimin would be a fantastic name for a park. I would definitely hang out in a Park Jimin. Sounds like a weird metaphor now. Jimin was a top student of contemporary dance at his art school. Well, I can clearly see that. How he's being so contemporary right now. I have contempt for how contemporary that is. Nah, but he's a good dancer. You can trust me because I'm not. Also know his sexy charisma on stage. Oh wow, he just did that. Okay. I'm gonna add that to the list of things I haven't done, which make me feel like I haven't lived yet. I've never ripped my shirt off to show off my whatever's under there to people. I haven't done that yet. And I should, but in a consensual setting. Is he gonna do it again? Does he rip off every piece of clothing he owns? Never buy this man a shirt for his birthday. You will be sorely disappointed if you ask him if he still likes the shirt a week later. Oh my goodness. This makes Elvis look like a corpse. Look at that dancing. If they were scared of hip thrusting in the 60s, ooh, oh boy. Oh my goodness. That's not even legal in several countries. Oh wow. This is very... How do you dance so aggressively and with such style? I'm not the person to ask because I dance very aggressively. Style's nowhere to be seen. Oh wait, what are they saying? That would be the whole point of this, wouldn't it? On my like. Oh, it's so cute. They're all getting hyped for his jacket.
실수로 된 거예요. 안 실수일까요?
이 여행을 올 초 3월, 4월부터 놀래요. 저 박지민이지. 지민이에겐
I'm the same way, mate. I am the same way. He shares the most. Is that because he rips everything off? Very affectionate. We've seen things like making cakes and comforting other members. I've never made a cake in my life, I don't think, which explains why people call me an affectionless robot. Ah, I'm gonna get to the kitchen straight after this video. That was so affectionate the way he just rubbed his hands at the camera. Very hard on himself. If he rips a shirt off wrong, or there's even a tiny bit of thread left covering his nipples, he gets livid.
실에 항상 가서 살아야지라는 생각이 많았었어요. 그러니까 쉬어도 연습실, 자도 연습실, 그래야 한 번이라도 뭘 더 하니까 그런 생각이 많았었는데 그렇게만 살다 보니까
Wow. That is the opposite of my life's metaphor. My life's... It's got the word. It doesn't matter. Aww. Imagine being that famous and talented and being that sad about the performance you did, which was undoubtedly, like, excellent by anyone's standards. I just want to give him a little hug. Especially with that jumper he's wearing. Look at that lovely fluffy jumper.
노래를 부를 수 있을까 하면서 요즘은 그냥 계속 그것만 고민하고 있는 거.
You can't improve your singing, mate. You might have just hit a ceiling. That's like Superman being like, how could I get more super? You just can't.
하는 것만큼 잘하는데.
But being real, though, joking aside, this is a serious issue. He looks very sad, and I want to say that, you know, imposter syndrome is a real thing. It's something I've definitely dealt with. In fact, I have imposter syndrome so hard that sometimes I think I'm making it up. You know, that I have imposter syndrome. I think I have imposter syndrome, but I don't, because, you know, I just wish I was that interesting. If you know what I mean. But the point is, imposter syndrome is a very, very real thing, especially when we are given very, like, harsh and just mean expectations of ourselves growing up, you know. If I ever have a kid, which probably legally I shouldn't, then, you know, I would give the child so much love that they would never feel the need for any kind of victories, any kind of affirmation by people. They'd probably just be happy lying on the ground for the rest of their life. I would be such a good parent. I'd be a horrible parent. But I think the point I'm trying to make is that it's amazing that people as talented as this man can be so hard on themselves and be so harsh on themselves. And it's a very interesting and complex subject because there is a good fine line. It's not very fine. Let's call it a thick line. In Photoshop, it's like, I don't know, size 90 or something. There's a thick line between being, you know, really confident, obnoxious, and maybe even to the point where, like, your confidence far outweighs your skills, and also just being so harsh on yourself, so self-critical, and not able to see your own worth and value. There's a sweet spot in the middle there, you know, which it's not too fine, but there is a sweet spot there where you can have a good sense of self-worth without being obnoxious. And I hope this lovely man finds it.
제 감동을 받을 수 있는 그런 노래, 마음을 움직이는 노래 같은 거라도.
How many fans do you have? I mean, come on. I feel like probably every other comment about him is that.
나 진짜 비행기에서 공기 너무 안 맞아.
자기는 네 목소리가 되게 좋다는 거.
칭찬받았네 나.
This is so sweet. Now I'm just thinking they're just spending life in taxis, being nice to each other. Could you pass the salt, please? Why, yes, we're in a taxi. I know. That's a moving voice, I'd say. Yeah, the audience seems moved. Alright, that was Jimin. He didn't get a very long segment, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but now on to Kim, or V. Son of farmers. The son of farmers. I like the way they phrased that. It's very, like, Tolkien-esque. I am V, son of farmer. My daddy was Z, son of builder. Striking face and unique features. I don't know what that means. Doesn't everyone have unique features? I guess I get it. I like the idea that some of these guys aren't in a dance line. Like, they seem to be all incredible dancers. But I guess, you know, when you're not a dancer like me, you can't tell the difference between amazing and incredible. This is deep and soulful. 2 thumbs up. Well, this is something I didn't know.
But first,
Okay, so these are the two youngest members, I'm guessing. Would they still be millennials or are they Gen? Probably millennials at that point, yeah. The two younger millennials, the more millennials, the ones close to the millennium. I remember having friends. He's a big fan. What does that mean? Does that mean he writes fan mail to them? I like that Eminem rapping style, you know, the one where you sort of like sniff your finger and rap at the same time. Like, what is that? What did I eat for lunch? What makes you look hardcore? Bring the dab back, I say, and the dab needs to be involved in more society. Like, I want to see, like, bankers who just sold a deal dab, you know? Wolf of Wall Street, where they're all just dabbing wildly. Forget the cocaine. Or I guess if you did cocaine, you could dab more. I don't know. I shouldn't encourage that kind of behavior. Kids, if you're out there, don't do cocaine and dab. One or the other, or probably neither.
만든 곡을 가지고 무대를 쓰는 게 정말 부러웠었거든요.
It's so interesting. I feel like I heard about the same kind of like group dynamic when I was reading about the Beatles. I mean, like, I'm not even necessarily like a massive Beatles fan or anything, but like the history of their group is undeniably just really fascinating. And there's a very in-depth autobiography, not autobiography, that would imply that all 7 of them held one pen. 7? Was there 7 Beatles? I don't know. I'm not a big fan. 5? I can't remember, but let's just say 5. All 5 of them held one pen and tried to write at the same time, which sounds like a nightmare. But no, it's not an autobiography. It was just a biography. It was like an official one, I think. It was like called like Beatles Anthology or something like that. It's enormous, but like their life is just so detailed and interesting. But one of the things that I picked out of that was that the kind of like the group jealousy or the group dynamic between you have basically like 2 members who are writing all the songs, and then you have another member like gets a certain kind of jealousy or even just as insecurity and feels like, well, I want to sing a song that, you know, I wrote, and then you get a song like While My Guitar Gently Weeps, I think. Again, not a Beatles fan. I'm really like risky territory by talking about it like I know I'm talking about. But this is his While My Guitar Gently Weeps, I guess.
Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh.
Nobody, to be fair, nobody knows how to pronounce Van Gogh.
클린트냐 우리가?
클린튼.
I've heard it said Van Gogh, Van Gogh. Just those 2, actually.
Renoir. Yeah, Renoir.
That's a name that needs to be brought back. Renoir definitely needs to be brought back. It's a classy name. In my head, Renoir is a guy wearing a cape. 100%. Cape. He's got a bow tie, and when he walks into a room, he does a little twirl and a flick. Collecting Gucci clothes. Everyone loves doing that. Oh, cool. Alright. Respect. I don't know if it's a photographer in his world that would want like Instagram snaps in square for picture posted. I'm not saying they're bad pictures. It's just, I mean, like, you know, this is really compressed. You know, that's a nice picture. I like that one. And Jungkook, Jeon Jungkook, which I'm now paranoid I said horribly wrong. Oh no, wait, he's the youngest. 1997. That was a year. He's the main vocalist, but he's the youngest. That's quite an interesting, again, group dynamic, isn't it? He's the Maknae. Maknae? I think being the golden anything is great. Golden closet. Golden closet. Okay, if he comes out as gay like 50 years from now, you know, everyone will be like, ah, well, it was right there. It was right there. He likes video editing. All right, well now I love the guy.
노래에도 크게 욕심이 없었어서 춤만 추고 싶다고.
All right, Jungkook is the guy with a massive bowl cut, at least in this one clip. Remember that. And a cute smile. It's the most stable voice, the most emotionally stable voice. You know, when RM's out there, he's singing and his voice suddenly has a little bit of a tantrum and it goes, man, it runs to the other side of the stage and then the mic can't pick it up. But, you know, Jungkook's voice is just there where it should be, just fearless, stable. What am I talking about? Oh, I hate him. I'm not even good at walking. My recent step count has been literally under... He's good at gaming as well. Wait a second. Somebody explain this to me. I had no idea about this. 13 to 14, 15 years in Korean age. This is going to sound ignorant as hell if you know about this, but is that because they use a different calendar in South Korea? Like, I don't know what that means. Aww, that is so cute. Imagine him being like, go away, world famous celebrities, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. That's the way he looks like.
방탄 화이팅! 화이팅! 그런 기념으로 오늘의 로고는 끝!
All the wholesome things older brothers teach their younger brothers.
발은 이렇게 해줘야 발은 그렇습니다. 발은 이렇게 하면
Specifically to be used if somebody goes blah at you.
인생에서 가장 중요한 단어 바로 줄라입니다.
줄라야!
줄라 혹시 무슨 뜻인지 아십니까?
알죠.
무슨 뜻이죠?
7월 아닙니까?
오!
He knows.
영어로?
발은? 탄내 아닙니까?
네, 괜찮습니다.
내 마음이 타는 냄새.
Aww. That is the creepiest face I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at that! Look at that! If I ever walk down a dark alleyway and I'm met by that face, I think I'll just take my own life just to, like, save time. My goodness.
Never leave this place. There's no escape. I'm my own world.
Oh man, flashback to Guitar Hero days. He just swore. I love that they're just eating like meals at the side. Like that is the biggest like contrast, like the biggest kind of like juxtaposition I've seen in my life. You have one man screaming a Linkin Park song and two men just trying to eat. Like imagine if you went to your local like Burger King or sushi restaurant and that was happening. You'd be like, what day is it? That's got to get annoying eventually. When he's like 40 and they're 46, he's going to be like, come on, guys. Aww.
항상 6명의 멤버들이
Their whole like setup and you know, their band house or wherever they live, it's just like probably the most wholesome example of a sausage party you'll ever see in your entire life. Just like, there's two words that normally go together, but yeah, wholesome.
싶어요. 네. 저는 어떻게 보면 형들의 성격이 다
He's like their clone.
저 이제 15살 올라가지고 옆에서 되게 이제 뭐 어떻게 보면 저를 키운 거죠.
At 15, is he even 30 yet? Like, still more than half his life. You know, I'm guessing I'm making an assumption here. If I'm wrong, then forgive me. But still more than half his life, he was raised by, I'm guessing, one or two parents. And if that's true, they're just sitting here watching this, like, fine, yeah, no, great. You know, they raised you, sure. Yeah, they raised you, sure.
앞으로 이제 우리끼리의 목표란 게 있으니까 조금 그냥 앞으로 잘 해가면서 앞으로도 으쌰으쌰 했으면 좋겠어요.
Just so nice. I'd like for us to do well. You can't say no to that, can you? Whoa. Wow, my back hurts just sitting in this chair. I need to exercise more. They had no idea how famous they were. I don't even know what the big three are. Wait, is that the big three as in like the big three bands or the big three like organizations? That's cool. Yeah, I read about that. I think I started hearing about these guys in the BBC News app, which is how you know that they're doing well, when even like the stuffy BBC News guys are like, "Hey, have you heard about this uppity South Korean band? They're, I guess, you know, taking the world by storm or something. I guess we should put a footnote in an article about it." That's how you know you've made it.
Music and performance trances language.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's the most pure and like international form of communication there is.
Well, I don't care if you're red, I don't care if you're blue, orange, green, purple, whatever.
Phew, honestly, because I don't know, I've been wanting to tell people about this for a while, but I am so orange. You have no idea how orange I am. I can't even talk about it, honestly, but thank goodness. Thank goodness he said that.
Thank you for celebrating this great night together and
Cute. Well, another very wholesome half of the video I watched. It didn't get less wholesome, I'm shocked. In fact, it actually got more wholesome, I think, because the whole thing about... Oh, this is so embarrassing. Jungkook? Is that the youngest member? No, is it V? Guys, if you've heard me explain why this happens to me before, then please forgive me. I think it's V. But whoever the youngest member was, that whole story was just like the cutest, like, I'm gonna be like a little bit teary, or is it my allergies? I don't know. It could be both, but it's just the most like wholesome little like cuddly teddy bear story I've heard today, and probably for, you know, a week or so before that. So, you know, I enjoyed that. Thank you so much, everyone. If you've stuck through it this far, stuck through my weird ramblings, I appreciate you. I hope you guys have enjoyed my video. If you made it this far, you probably did. And if you aren't subscribed, then, you know, think about it. Think about how that makes me feel. You enjoyed a video and you aren't subscribed yet. That's just mean. Or, you know, you just being a normal person who has better things to do. Anyway, now that I'm done with both parts of this exciting two-part adventure, feel free to scatter and throw, obviously, more of your suggestions in. I try and read all of them and keep everything in mind. I think I should probably get back to doing, like, a BTS song next, maybe. But I'm always down to do stuff like this. I definitely like learning more about, you know, bands like this. I like kind of getting to know the personalities more, and I like not having to fight YouTube to get monetization on a video that, you know, that I usually spend about 6 hours editing. So, yeah, that's nice. But, you know, all joking aside, I've been enjoying all of their music so far, and especially like some of like the really like deep songs they have, the songs with really hard-hitting lyrics, which has been all of them so far. So yeah, if you guys have some more songs you want to recommend, pop them down there. Videos like this as well, pop them down there. You know the drill. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're just having a lovely time wherever you are. Emma. Got you again, Emma. And the rest of you too. Hope you're having a great time too. I'm going to make myself stop talking or I just won't. So yeah, thanks so much once again. Like, subscribe, comment once again, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah! And remember, if you like my reaction to Who is BTS Part 2, then click the subscribe button. It would be hard not to. Turn the AC back on. Dying. Absolutely dying.